Hey guys, welcome to this video. I'm really excited to do this. This is a game created by two of my really close personal friends, Sam and Dresden, and they actually did this for a game jam. So it's super cool, and I really want you guys to see what they're working on. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll also link to their Tumblrs or wherever they want me to link. I'll get in contact with them and send you over to their page so you can look at their stuff and like what they do. Both of them are really talented artists. Sam is currently in school for game design, and Dresden has been an artist for as long as I've known her, which is quite a few years now. And they're both really talented, and they did this. It's a visual novel called The Haunting of Fractured Peak, as you can see. And I'm really excited to get into it. So without further ado, let's just start. All right. All right, question mark. Here we go. Iris. Moose. It's an interesting name. Moose. Iris, did you fall asleep again? Ooh. I like Iris's hair. Yes, clearly. Then there's Jules. Barry Bob. See, what really bugs me... It's super cool that I'm playing a game made by my friends. It's super dumb because I know exactly who came up with what jokes now. And, man. This is totally up their alley for humor and everything. I told you to just let her sleep. You did not have to wake her up for this. Oh, absolutely I did. Iris, did you know that Jules has never seen Wailing Cliffs? Same, dude. Jules is right. I did not need to be woken up for this. So I guess I'm Iris. Is that the movie about the ghost in the woods that terrifies campers at night with its awful moaning? And a white dog named Ghost. Okay. Yes. I don't know. I guess Moose is supposed to be pretty gender neutral. So I don't know. Nope, never saw it. Looked too cheesy. I'm with you. Ha! Are you serious? It's a classic. How can you not appreciate the classics? Because we're not 8 million years old, Moose, and I hate horror. You know that. Okay. Gonna call this one out, because I don't know if who wrote this. Dresden did the art. That's pretty obvious. This is very much her style. If Sam wrote this, I'm calling you out because you did not appreciate Ghostbusters when we watched that. So I hope you're watching this because this is your official online call out. You are Iris. You are Iris right now. And I am very much Moose in this situation. Okay, that was rude. I'm ignoring that. But come on, it's a critical part of horror movie and special effects history. Okay, that took me a second. Just because it's important doesn't mean it's good. That's a fair point. Oh, ouch. Jules takes one hand off the steering wheel to reach around and high-five me. That wasn't even that good of a burn. Why am I friends with you two? The two of them continue to bicker while Jules drives carefully through the winding roads, leading up to the mountains. Ghost puts her head in my lap, sighing heavily. Sorry, girl. I know you're itching to stretch your legs, but once we get there, we can hike a little. You're gonna love Fractured Peak. Boof. It's a little stuffy in the back seat of Jules' car, so I decide to roll the window down. The breeze is cool and crisp. Fresh scent of the outdoors fills the air. Ghost climbs into my lap to stick her nose out the window. Oop. Okay, there we go. The woods go by in a flash of green and brown, and I can feel myself starting to drift off again. The sound of Moose and Jules animatedly discussing old movies becomes white noise, and Ghost settled comfortably across my lap. Just as I'm about to doze off again, something catches my eye. Looks like a shape moving through the trees, but something about it feels off. It's a French RPG. Whatever it is, it's obscured by the trees and we're going too fast to see it clearly. Grrr. Was that a person all the way out here? Oh, here I get to make decisions. So I'm going to clarify, this is, as it said on the title screen, a demo. From what I've been informed, it's only about 15 minutes, so it shouldn't be that long. But it should be good. Ask for friends on too. You know what? I'm not going to go with the horror movie tropes of ask, just ignore it. We're gonna actually, it might be more tropey to ask. Did you see that thing back there? See what? I just see trees and rocks. I didn't see anything either. Did Moose's talk of terrible horror flicks psych you out? Huh, as if. It's probably nothing. I'm just a little tired. Oh, it's branching. Okay. Hey, Jules, how close are we? Well, it's not branching, I guess. Branching would mean I would go on a whole different thing. Well, we should be there pretty soon. It's about 10 more minutes, I think. It's been a while since we were up here, huh? We used to come here every summer. Yeah, last time we stayed at Coyote Joe's was the summer before we were juniors in high school, and I hadn't met Ghost yet either. Oh yeah, something I forgot. You've only had her for a couple years. It's like she's always been here. Woof. I still had long hair back then. Ugh, so much better now. So did Iris. That's right, we both went to get our hair cut so Moose wouldn't have to go alone. I didn't realize how much better I'd feel with short hair too. It's alright. Short hair sucks sometimes, just because it feels like you got nothing to do with it. Suits you both really well. Thanks, Jules. Ooh, blushing. Well, wait a second. Do you guys see that up there on the ridge? Huh, that's new. Ugh, what is that? Crystal Creek Casino. Some kind of new hotel. It's tall and shiny and very out of place in all this nature. In all our summers of exploring Fractured Peak, I've never seen such a modern building. Crystal Creek Lodge and Casino. Do you know that was being built, Jules? It seems like it's awfully close to Coyote Joe's. No, I didn't. Yo, Jules seems pretty upset, but Jules, what you gotta think of is get that money, get the bling, get the cha-ching, buy Coyote Joe's, live in the mountains, become a Sasquatch. These are all viable career choices with a casino nearby. It must have been thrown up fast. It's only been 2 years since we last stayed at Coyote Joe's. I guess so. Coyote Joe didn't mention anything to me when he invited us up here a month ago. He said he just missed having us. You know, I just realized I've never actually heard you call him Uncle. Why is that? Jules chuckles and shakes her head, pensive expression disappearing. Come on, Moose. Don't you think Uncle Coyote sounds a little bit silly? That's not what I... Wait a minute. Is his actual real legal first name Coyote? Well, actually it's... Oh, hey, look, there's the lodge. We're here. This is the biggest... This might be an important story element. What if I'm confronted with a puzzle and it's all about what Coyote Joe's real first name is? Jules is blissfully oblivious to Moose's exasperated expression as she pulls into the lodge's gravel drive. As we get out of the car, it becomes immediately clear that something isn't right there. Here, there are no signs of life anywhere. The lodge looks totally deserted. Coyote Joe? There's no answer. Jules jogs over to the front door and yanks it open, disappearing inside. Okay, this is a little weird, right? I mean, I know there's only like 12 cabins, but it's usually full year round. Where is everyone? I don't know. I'm starting to have a bad feeling about this. Come on, let's go find Jules. The inside of the lodge is pretty much the same as I remember it. Gaudy but familiar lodge decor. A stone fireplace stacked with a few unlit logs and lots of framed pictures of happy campers and nature hung on the wall. Coyote Joe himself is nowhere to be seen, and the blinds are all drawn shut. It's eerily quiet. That's a pretty funny picture. Coyote Joe, where are you? Well, somewhat quiet. Where is he? He's always here to greet us. Are you sure he's not on vacation or something? Did you get the right date? Coyote Joe doesn't take vacations. The lodge is his life. Yo, Lodge is life, kids. Forget ball. It's all about Lodge. And yeah, I'm sure this is the right day. I've had it marked on my calendar since I spoke to Coyote Joe. Although, now that I think about it, he didn't respond when I texted him this morning to tell him we were on our way. You don't think something could have happened to him, do you? Boo? Hang on, guys. Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Let's look around for him first. Maybe he just didn't hear us, or he's left us a note or something. Moose, you look upstairs. Jules, check outside. Ghost and I will search in here. And we've now split up, gang. And it's Scooby-Doo time. Okay. I just kind of realized, like, the muscle definition here. Berry buff. I guess she is buff. I guess that's the whole berry buff thing. I didn't quite realize it. They take off calling for Coyote Joe. Ghost looks at me expectingly. Okay, girls, let's find out where Coyote Joe is. Boof. Check behind the front counter and get that cash. Back here, Coyote Joe, there's nothing back here but dust, some folders, and some loose scraps of paper on the floor. There's also something that looks like a card folded in half with fancy gold trim. Unfolding it reveals a very neatly written note in cursive. Thank you for reaching out to us here at the Crystal Creek Lodge and Casino, Mr. Blackadder. Isn't that a snake? Mr. Blackadder regrets that he could not be there to meet you in person. He will reschedule a meeting with you as soon as he is available. Crystal Creek Lodge and Casino. That's the eyesore we saw on the way here. I wonder what Coyote Joe is meeting with them for. Yo, he's hiding under the coffee table. I'm not going to look under the coffee table. I can already very clearly see that he's not there. Ghost sniffs around the base of the table, then slips under it for a moment. She wheels back out with something in her mouth. Pfft, that's what you get. Always check under the table. You don't know. What you got there, Ghost? Taking the packet from her and turning it over, it appears to be one of those packets of salt you get from food courts. It's been torn open rather haphazardly and is totally empty. Check behind the couches. I don't know why you'd be back there, but Coyote Joe? Shockingly, he's not there. There are, however, some lines of white powder, which I sincerely hope is either salt or sugar, along the floors and windowsills. Ghost sniffs the pile, sneezes, scattering them a little. Against my better judgment, I take a pinch to taste it. Yep, that's salt, alright. Someone's been watching Supernatural. Oh, God, Moose. I get it. No Coyote Joe. No Coyote Joe. Coyote Joe. Jules flings the front door open, having a long sigh. Heaving a long sigh, maybe. Can we go back one? Heaving a long sigh. Okay. No sign of him anywhere outside. At least not on the lodge grounds. I'm sorry, Jules. We didn't find him either. I did find this note, though, and Ghost and I found a bunch of salt on the floor by the windows. Salt? Let me see that note. I hand it over and Jules stares at it for a while, eyes squinting. I can't read cursive. Oh, yikes. Oh, Jules. Oh, honey. It just says that Coyote Joe tried to meet with someone named Mr. Blackadder at the casino. We saw on our drive up here. She hands the note back to me, perplexed. He hates those types of places. Why would he go there? Woof. Ghost stands with her front half in the fireplace, tilting her head upwards, tail wagging slowly and uncertainly. Oh, Ghost, get out of there. I don't want to clean soot out of your fur. She pointedly ignores me, instead releasing a large bark that echoes up the chimney. Boof. Oh, yo. Who hit the dog? Kyaw! That's what they, like, Moose is. Kyaw! Ghost scrambles backwards as a man tumbles out of the fireplace, knocking logs askew and scattering surplus of salt packets everywhere. What the? Coyote Joe! Same, dude. Ah! I'm gonna give this guy a voice because the coon skin hat. Because the raccoon skin hat totally is like giving me like a weird, like, oh, hi, Jules. Coyote Joe picks himself off the ground, dusting soot off his clothes and adjusting his hat. His eyes are wild, his face is gaunt, and his beard is scraggly and unkempt. He hardly looks like himself. He just coughed all that dust off. What are y'all doing here? I think a better question is, why were you in the chimney? I was sleeping? In the chimney? Yep. But why, though? I, like sleeping in small places. Since when? You hate small spaces. You used to freak out even when you had to sit between my dad and uncle at family reunions. Anyways, Coyote Joe, you invited us up here a month ago, don't you remember? Oh, dang it, I forgot. Coyote Joe, are you alright? Sure, why? Yo, he's up on that good, he got some good stuff from that casino. They're not just dealing chips out there, you know what I'm saying? Alright, dang, quit looking at me with them big ol' eyes. No, I'm not doing so swell, as you can probably see. Tell us what's going on, Coyote Joe. Yeah, whatever it is, let us help. Oh, damn, look at those muscles. Fuck. She's got like the weird Japanese angry vein going on there. Fuck. Well, he sighs and drags his hand down his face, pausing for several seconds. Alright, I'll admit it. I weren't sleeping in the chimney because I enjoyed it. I was sleeping there because I felt safe. What? In the chimney? Shh. I'm just saying, how does one even wedge themselves in there and fall asleep comfortably without... Moose! Shh! Yo, Jules about to lay the smackdown. It all started around a month ago, I guess right after I told Jules y'all should come visit again. I was outside making my evening rounds, making sure no one went to sleep and left their fire pits ablaze or left any food out when I heard something right awful. It was this low keening sound from the way deep in the woods. It gave me chills from head to toe. It weren't like any animal I ever heard before. I went into the woods anyway, thinking maybe some animal was badly hurt or something. He pauses and stares off into the middle distance for just a little too long. It looks like he's reliving the traumatic moment again. Coyote Joe? What did you see? Oh, I saw a ghost. You saw Then what happened? Yo, Jules is intense. I like it. Well, I turned tail and locked myself in the lodge, but I could hear it all night long, moaning in the woods until the sun came up. I've been hearing it every night since. I can't get to sleep no more on account of it. Only time I can even get a bit of shut-eye, that's supposed to say a bit, I'm pretty sure, is during the day. But what about greedy guests? It doesn't matter. It's not like I'm getting the traffic I used to anyhow, not with that new casino up the way. I'll tell you what, kids, I'm near my wit's end with all this. Aw, Coyote Joe. I'm not going to pretend I can do a dog line. I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but Coyote Joe sounds like he genuinely thinks he's seen a ghost. Something is definitely off here. I can feel my natural instincts start to kick in. I must meddle. Coyote Joe, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Well, shoot, I don't have anything else to do. Sure, ask away. What did the ghost look like? So, what did the ghost look like? It was... Coyote Joe stares off in the middle distance again until Moose snaps his fingers. It was the most terrifying thing I ever laid my eyes on. All pale and glowy and see-through with eyes that drilled holes right into my very soul. I think maybe I should... Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Coyote Joe. I think maybe I should lay off him about the supposed ghost for now. I don't know. I don't want to push him. About the salt. So what about the salt they found on the floor? I think I know why it's there, but can you explain why anyway? I read on the internet that salt is supposed to protect folks from spirits and such. That's what I thought. Is it, working? Must be. No ghost got inside the lodge yet, anyhow. And where did you get all the salt packets from? I ran out of salt here, so I got them from that casino at Crystal Creek. They got a food court there with a bunch of them little salt packets up for grabs, so I took all of them. Even with those, I still ran out of salt. I only had enough for down here, so I can't sleep in my bed upstairs. Ah, so you slept in the chimney. That makes sense. Does it? Does it, though? Yeah, it does, is what Moose said. Sure, if I didn't want to be found, I'd hide somewhere unusual, like the chimney. Exactly right, Jules. Though sleeping there does give me a right awful crick in my neck. Jules and Coyote Joe may not look much alike aside from their red hair, but it's times like these I'm reminded that they are, in fact, related by blood. I found a note on the floor that when I was looking for you earlier. It's from the Crystal Creek Lodge and Casino. Ugh. Ugh. I'll tell you what, it ain't right building something like that all the way out here in the wild. It opened around 2 months ago and it's been a pain in my rear ever since. The folks staying there don't even go out and experience the natural beauty of these parts. They just sit around indoors gambling and drinking. Fancy spirits and pretending. Fancy spirits and pretend. Oh, drinking fancy spirits and pretending. They roughing it. Doesn't sound like the word speaking. I'm just saying. Where's the fun in that? People are supposed to come out here and be in nature and get scuffed up and dirty, not wall themselves off. I mean, I agree, but having fancy digs like that does sound kind of nut. Yo, you know, I mean, yeah, let's just solve our problems with violence, I guess. I elbow him in the ribs as hard as I can. Jules and Coyote Joe are oblivious as he wheezes, clutching his side. Starting to feel for Moose here. Sounds kinda oof, not fun. It sounds really just awful. Anyway, Coyote Joe, the note said that you were meeting with some guy called Mr. Blackadder. Mr. Blackadder over there? What was that all about? Coyote Joe? Well, truthfully, I've been thinking about, maybe selling the lodge. What? No. Well, first of all, Jules, it's his decision to run the business. I mean, it sucks. I'm sure he doesn't want to do it, but times are changing. Get that pretty penny. Bet it all at the casino. Live in the woods. Become a Sasquatch. These are options as a lodge owner for your career branches. No way. You can't just do that. We have so many memories here, and you love the lodge. Why would you ever want to sell it? It's not set in stone. It's just... When the joint first opened 2 months ago, Mr. Blackadder, the owner, wanted to buy my land and build on it. I said no, of course. But now, like I said, the casino's stolen a lot of my business. I can hardly afford to keep the lights on. Lately, I only get a couple of folks coming through each week, and they don't stay for long on account of the ghost. Yeah, its moaning scares people off, and I don't blame them. I'm not sure how much longer I can hold out like this myself. But what would you even do if you sold the... Oh, I'm sorry. But what would you even do if you sold the lodge? Bet it all at the casino? Live in the woods? Become a Sasquatch? Well, I'd probably have to move into the woods and become a Okay, I'm done with that joke. Yeah. I'd probably have to move back in with my folks, try to get one of them minimum wage jobs. Oh no, not Grandma and Grandpa. Honestly, I'm a little more concerned about the thought of Coyote Joe trying to adjust to modern society. Like I said, it ain't finalized, but I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, and Mr. Blackadder has offered me a fair amount of money for my land. Jules looks utterly heartbroken and can't stand to see her like that. I'd better change the subject fast. I mean, you could get, like, park ranger job. He's an outdoorsman. That's more than minimum wage, I'm sure. Heck, depending on the park, that could be a government job. Is anyone else staying at the lodge right now? Just one, a young girl around your age, I think. I've seen her out and about painting from dawn till dusk. She doesn't say much, but I'll tell you what, she can paint like nobody's business. Another feller is supposed to get in this evening, but that's it, aside from y'all. Thanks, Coyote Joe. That's all for now. Sure, I think I've bogged you kids down with enough of my problems anyhow. I wouldn't blame y'all if you wanted to head back home after seeing the sorry state of me and the lodge are in. CJ, I just noticed that in the corner. No, absolutely not. We're not going anywhere. Ghost wants to go to that casino, though. He wants to get that pay. He wants to drink those fancy spirits. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get that room. Or she. God, I've been saying he, she. Oh, kids, that means a lot to me. Here, let me get y'all a key for your cabin before I forget. Coyote Joe starts to rummage behind the front counter, muttering to himself for a solid minute, before handing Jules the key to our cabin. Y'all stay safe now, you hear? Sure thing, Coyote Joe. Outside, the sun is starting to hang low in the sky. If we want to go anywhere before dark, we'll have to choose soon. You asked a lot of questions, Iris. What are you thinking? I think it's something that's not right here. Yeah, lots of the intense thing makes you just want to like Hulk out and go like professional wrestler. Yeah, lots of things aren't right. Coyote Joe's being haunted, and he's going to sell his lodge. We're going to lose a place we all met for the first time. And whoa, Jules, slow down, okay? Sorry, I'm just so pumped. I know, Jules. Me too. Yeah, this sucks. Boof. Look, you guys know I don't believe in the supernatural. There's got to be a rational explanation for the weird noise he's hearing. Maybe we can find out what it is, and at least put Coyote Joe's mind at ease. But what about the lodge? I'm not sure there's much we can do about that, unless we take a wrecking ball to the casino. Pardon me. How much is it to rent a wrecking ball? Jules, I wasn't serious. I am. Guys. Sorry, Iris, what were you saying? I don't know what we can do about helping Coyote Joe stay in business yet, so let's just tackle one thing at a time. If we can just find out what's causing that noise at night and stop it, maybe Coyote Joe won't feel so worn out and defeated. Yeah, that's a good point. Poor guy looks like he's been running on empty for weeks. Solving one of his problems might help get him some rest and find a new outlook on things. As for that casino, after hearing what Coyote Joe said, don't you guys think it's a little odd? Odd how? I just can't help but feel a little suspicious. I mean, that Blackadder guy wanted to buy Coyote Joe's land, and now Coyote Joe is being tormented by a supposed specter, to the point where he's now considering the deal? Sounds like we've got a mystery game. Oh, Mouse Wheel does that too. Neat. Let's go back one though. Okay, wait. A little odd how. Whoa, you think there might be some kind of connection? I don't know, Iris. That's a pretty baseless accusation at this point. It's just a thought I had, not an accusation. Accusation. Arrest him. Cuff him, Dano. Either way, we can't just stand by and let Coyote Joe spiral like this. We have to do something. I'm not sure what exactly you have in mind, but I'm in. Me too. Let's find this ghost. Teach him a lesson. Fucking muscles. Boof. Alright then, the four of us are in agreement. It's time to do some investigating. They explained the demo, the haunting of Fractured Fleet. Thanks for playing the demo of the Haunting of Fractured Peak. Thank you for playing the demo of the Haunting of Fractured Peak. Fuck. We hope you enjoyed playing it. It was made in 2 weeks for my first game jam, winter 2019. Be sure to check out everyone else's works as well. Plan to keep working on it and hope you enjoyed the demo. Keep an eye out for updates and more on our Twitter page at Slumber Janes. For credits and additional information, please click the About option on the main menu. So Slumber Janes is, I guess, their name for working on this. I thought it was pretty cute. Pretty interesting story. When they finish it, I'm sure I'll do a video and go through the whole story. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys like that. I will put a link in the description so you guys can enjoy it for yourselves. Go down, kind of experience it if you want, and I'll put links to their stuff, their Twitter and everything. So hopefully you can follow along if you're interested in that game. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. My friends worked really hard on it. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the night.